Anyone can see you're not from the town. The hand is, I should think so. I mean the Sphinx.
Do you really, madam, honestly and truly believe in that nonsense yourself?
That nonsense indeed. How young you are. Young people are so disbelieving these days. Yes, they are. That's how disasters happen, let alone the Sphinx. I'll give you a piece from my family. My brother, that I just left, he married a beautiful tall blonde from the north. One night he wakes up, and what does he find? His wife in bed without head or entrails. She was a vampire. When he got over the first fright, what does my brother do? Without a moment's hesitation, he finds an egg and lays it on the pillow in place of his wife's head. That's how you stop vampires getting back into the body. All at once, he hears a moaning. It was the head, and eggshells flying wildly across the room and begging my brother to take away the egg. My brother wouldn't. Then the head went from moans to anger, from anger to tears, from tears to kisses. To cut a long story short, my idiot brother takes away the egg and lets his wife get back into her body. Now he knows his wife is a vampire, and my sons make fun of their uncle. They maintain that he made up this entire vampire story to disguise the fact that his wife really didn't go out, but with her body, and that he let her come back, and that he's a coward and ashamed of himself. But I know very well that my sister-in-law is a vampire, and my sons are in danger of being fiends from the underworld, all because they are obstinate and disbelieving. And the same with the Sphinx. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but it's only the likes of my sons and you who don't believe in it.
Your sons?
Not this little brat. I mean, my boy is 17.
You have several sons, have you?
I have 4, now I have 3. 7, 16, and 17. And I can tell you, ever since that wicked beast appeared, the house has been impossible.
Your sons quarrel?
I mean, my dear, that it's impossible to live under the same roof. The one who's 16 is only interested in politics. According to him, the Sphinx is a hoax used to scare the poor and to impose on them. There may have been something like your old Sphinx at one time. That's how my son speaks. But now the old Sphinx is dead, and he's bringing their priest demon an excuse for police brutality. They fleece and loot and terrorize the masses and then blame it all on the Sphinx. It's a good thing the Sphinx has broad shoulders. Whose fault is it that we starve to death, that prices go up, and that bands of looters roam over the countryside? Why, the Sphinx is, of course, and the Sphinx is to blame because business is bad and the government's weak, and one crash follows another, because the temples are guarded with rich offerings, whilst mothers and wives are losing the bare necessities of life, and because foreigners with money to spend are leaving the town. You should see him, miss. How he gets up on the table, shouting, waving his arms and stamping his feet, and then he denounces those who are responsible for it all. Preachers revolt, eggs on the anarchists, shouting at the top of his voice names that are enough to get us all hanged. And between ourselves, miss, I know, you can take it from me. The Sphinx exists, all right, but they're making the most of it. You can be sure of that. What we want is a man, a dictator.
And what about the brother of your young dictator?
Oh, he's another kettle of fish. He despises his brothers, he despises me, he despises God, he despises everything. He makes me wonder where he can get hold of all he comes out with. He says, if you please, that the Sphinx would interest him if it kills for killing's sake, but that this Sphinx of ours is in league with the oracles, and so it doesn't interest him.
And your 4th son? When was it?
I lost him nearly a year ago. He was just 19.
Poor woman. What did he die of?
The Sphinx. It's all very well for his younger brother to maintain that he was a victim of police intrigues. Oh no, there's no mistake. He died through the Sphinx. My dear, if I live to 100, I'll never forget the scene. One morning, he hadn't been home that night. I thought I heard him knock. I opened the front door and saw him underneath of his poor feet. And then there followed, a long way off, ever so far away, his poor little face. And in the back of his neck, look, just here, a large wound from which the blood had already stopped flowing. They brought him to me on a stretcher. Then I went, help, and fell, all of a heap. A blow like that, no. You don't get over it in a hurry. You may be thankful you don't come from thieves. Thankful if you have no brothers. My other boy, the orator, wants to avenge him. What's the good? But he hates the priest, and my poor son was one of a series of human offerings.
Human offerings?
To be sure. During the first months of this phase, the soldiers were sent to avenge the 5 young men that were found dead all over the place, and they returned empty-handed. The Sphinx couldn't be found. Then, as there was a rumor that the Sphinx asked riddles, the young people from the schools were sacrificed. And then, as the priest stated that the Sphinx demanded human offerings, the youngest and weakest and fairest were children.